some questions on the properties of the exponents, and let's simplify them. So here is a question, the word problem, that in 2002 a high school student broke the record for folding a sheet of the paper in half multiple times. Now what you have to do, when the paper was opened, the number of the regions formed was 2 to the power of 4 or whole to the power of 3. How many times did the student fold the paper? So the easy thing is, what is written? It is 2 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 3. Now there are two ways to solve this question. The first way is that look at the bracket. Inside the bracket 2 to the power of 4 is written. So what do? You write 2 to the power of 4 by 3. 2 to the power of 4 how many times? 3 times, and this 3 is outside the bracket. So what do? You write 2 to the power 4 times 2 to the power 4 and times 2 to the power of 4. Why we wrote the inside 3 times? Because the power is 3. Now break this also. 2 to the power of 4 means 2 how many times? 4 times, right? Then this 2 to the power of 4 means how many times the 2? It means that the 2 is 4 times. Now the last 2 to the power of 4 means how many times the 2? The 4 times. Okay, now how many powers are there? So you know that if no power is written on any number, it means the power is 1. So now let's count how many 2's are there. So we write in the power form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So 12 times you wrote the 2, it means the power of the 2 will be 12. Now let's try to solve the same question, 2 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 3 in other way. What is the other way? That the power has a power. So we know that when power has a power, we multiply the powers. So we write the base 1 time and we multiply the powers. That means 4 times 3. So what do you get? 4 times 3 is 12. So you can see that either you factor or you use the property. The answers are same. Let's try to figure out that how we have to solve these questions. So let me solve one question, the rest you will solve. And don't forget to write the answer in the comment box and subscribe the channel. Okay, 7 to the power of 4 is written in the bracket and outside the bracket power 2 is written. So how many times we will write 7 to the power of 4? 2 times, exactly. Now factor it. It means write the 7 how many times? 4 times, and don't forget to write the multiply in between them. Now the next 7 to the power 4, how many times you will write? Again you will write 4 times. Okay, now solve it. So 7 is a base. How many times you wrote the 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 to the power of 8. And try to do it using the property. So you will write 7 and power to the power, that means 4 times 2, and 4 times 2 is 8. So you can see that this answer and this answer both are same. So how are the exponents in the far left column and the right column are related? So you know that whenever you have a power and to the power, what do? You multiply the powers, right? And what is the synonym of multiply in maths? That is called product. Okay, so the dash of the exponents in the far left column. So what is in the far left column? It is the product, right? So product of the exponents in the far left column equals the what? Equals the exponent in the far right column. So you know that here Either you write a to the power of mn times or you multiply m and n. Both answers are same. Okay, complete the conjecture. Conjecture. It means write a formula, make a hypothesis. Hypothesis. Okay. So you know a to the power of something to the power of something. So for example, if I write here m and if I write here m. So what you will do? You multiply the power. So when you multiply, you write them together and you put a dot in between them which shows the multiplication. Okay, the number of the regions formed by the high school students folded by the paper was 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 3. So what do? We multiply the power. So that is 12. Now, how many times did the student fold the paper in half? Of course, 12 times, right? So, the student folded the paper 12 times. Why? Because look, 12 to the power of 1, it means 1 fold. If you have 12 to the power of 2, it means how many fold? 2 fold. And when it has a power 12, it means it has a 12 fold. So, in two regions, okay, 1 fold results 2 to the power of 1 region. 2 fold means 2 to the power of 2 regions. And continuing the pattern shows that 12 fold results in 2 to the power of 12 regions. So in this question, look, first try to understand which property you can use over here. So here you can see that the two bases are same and there is a multiplication in between them. So it means you are going to use the product property. So we write the base same and we add the powers, right? So in product property, we add the powers or we add the exponents. So 4 plus 9. Now 4 plus 9 is what? 30. They are asking you to simplify. It means write the 2 13 times 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 30. Now try to find out the answer. Now remember, in order to do this thing, your multiplication, your times table should be strong. Now you guys are in grade 8, so your times table should be strong. Memorize the times table. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. 32 times 2, 64. 64 times 2, 128. 128 times 2, it will be 256. Now 256 times 2, it will give you 1 and 2, 4 and 5. 512. 2 times 2, it will give you, so 512 times 2, it will give you 4, 4 to 1024. 1024 times 2, it will gives you 8402048. 2048 times 2, it will give you 6, 8, 8, 16, 6 and then 9 and then 0 and 4096. And 4096 times 2, you will get here 918192. So your answer final is 8192. Okay, here again the property is multiplication product property, which means you will write the power base one time and add the power. But here you can see that there is already -5. So you just write, don't get upset, write -5. Now we have studied in grade 7 that plus times minus gives you minus, which means 3 minus 5. Now you know that 5 minus 3 is what? 2. Now 5 has a negative sign. It is the bigger sign. Bigger number has a negative sign. So your answer will be negative 2. Now when the base has a negative power, it means you will use the negative rule of exponent. What do? We change the position of this power and with the base. It is in the numerator. You write it in the denominator. When you write in the denominator, the negative changes into positive. And on the top, you will get the 1. 1 over 3 power 2 means 3 times 3, which gives you 9. Okay. 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 5. We know that the power has a power. We multiply. So this is the power rule in which we multiply the powers. So we write the 5 and 2 times 5 is 10. And the down part is 5 to the power of 6. Now here you can see that this is the quotient property. Why quotient property? The reason is that both bases are same, but one is written in the numerator and one is written in the denominator. So we write the base one time and we subtract the power. It means 10 on the top, so write as it is and change the sign of the power which is written in the denominator. So you will get it negative 6. Now the answer is 5. 10 to the power of negative 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay. Now multiply means factor it. What you have to do? You have to write 4 times the 5. 5 times 5, 25. 25 times 5, 125. And 125 times 5, 625. Now just showing you how we multiply 125 times 5. So 5 times 5, 25. We write the 5, carry 2. Now 5 times 2, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. So write the 2 and 1 here. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, that is 6. So this has to be finished in this way. According to one estimate, the number of the stars in the Milky Way galaxy is about 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 3 and 10 to the power of 6. You have to write them in the single power. Now what is happening? There is a multiply sign. What other thing I notice? That all the base are 10. This is 10, this is 10, this is 10. So I write the base 10 one time. And what do I do with the power? I add all the powers. So I write 2 plus 3 plus 6. What do I write? 10. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 6, 11. Now how to write it in the simple form? So in the simple form, without the exponent, it means 10 has a power 11. It means you have to write the 11 zeros after the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So after the 3, I just put a comma. So this is one more question. Let's try one more question. The formula of the volume of the V of the cube with the edge length. Okay, so these are the edges of the cube. It is written here. The formula is given for the volume. The formula for the surface area is given here. They are saying that the length of each edge is 2 centimeters. So every edge is 2 centimeters. Write them to find the volume and to find the surface area. So first let's try to find the volume. So V equals to, it is written s to the power of 3, right? Now I don't need the s. Why? Because my s is 2 centimeter. So in place of s, I will write 2 to the power of 3. What is meant by 2 to the power of 3? It means 2 you have to write how many times? 3 times. Now multiply quickly. 2 times 2, 4 and 4 times 2, 8. Okay. Now next, find the area. So let's try to find the area. What is the formula they are saying? 6s square. But I don't want to use s because the s is 2. But when I write like this, it becomes 62. It's not correct. So you have to put it a point, or it means the multiplication sign. Now solve it. So you write the 6 as it is, and 2 how many times you will write? 2 times. Okay, multiply 6 times to 12 and 12 times to 24. That is the answer. Now in the last one, they are saying that what is the ratio of cube's volume with the area. Ratio means division. It means volume on the top and area in the denominator. Now what is the volume? It is 2 power 3, right? So 2 power 3 I wrote here. What is the area? It is 6 times 2 power 2. Okay. Now try to solve it. So 2 power 3 means 3 times we write the 2. We write the 6. Now 6 can be written as 2 times 3, 6. So I write here 2 times 3, 6. And what is 2 power 2 means? It means write the 2 times. Okay, now cancel numerator with the denominator. So 2 cancel with 2. This 2 cancel with this 2. This 2 cancel with this 2. Okay, so on the top, nothing left. Nothing means 1 left. And in the denominator, what is left? Only 3 left. So this is the answer. Now, tell me, what property is this? And what property is this? Here, if we can use it, here the quotient property, right? Why quotient property? Because you can see that there is something on the top and the same base is in the denominator. So here you are using the quotient property. Now look at the question. You can look for the patterns and solve it. Now what is main thing? That there are two terms multiplying in the bracket and then outside there is a power. So let me write over here for you 2 times 9 have a power 2. So how can we solve such question? It means that this bracket things you have to write how many times? 2 times. So let's see, 2 times 9 one time I wrote and 2 times 9 one time I wrote. Okay, now can I write 2 here and 2 here? They are multiplying, right? So can I write them together? Yes, I can write them together. Similarly, this 9 and this 9, they are same. So I am writing them together. No change. Okay, why I did this? Because this 2 times means 2 has a power 2. And this 9 2 times means 9 has a power 2. So you can write it in this way. Try to solve the third part and write the answer in the comment box. Okay, now look for the patterns and state the property of the exponent. Okay, what property you are using? Can anybody name it? That which property you are using over here? Yes, I am waiting for the answer. That which properties are we using over here? Is it the product property, or it is a multiplication property? Now, whenever we are looking for the exponent property along with the product, can you write it in your way? Yes, we can write it that A and B, two terms which are multiplying and they have the whole power m, right? So how can you write them? How can you write them? You can write A with the power of m, and same B has a power of n. So this is the way that you can see this. Look at this one. Okay, again here. It means this 2 is on the 2 and this 2 is on the 9. So see, by using the power property alone and the two numbers which were multiplying inside, you can write the power on individual numbers. Show two different ways to simplify this question. So the first way, you write the 5 on the 3 and write the 5 on the 2. Okay, this is the first way. Now what is the second way? The second way is that you have 3 and 2. So how many times you have to write? You have to write 5 times, right? So you write 3 times 2, 3 times 2, here 3 times 2, here 3 times 2, and here 3 times 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now all three write on in one bracket. So write 3 how many times? 5 times. 3, 4 and 5. Then in one bracket write down all the 2's. Okay, so 5 times 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now 3 has a power 5 because there are 5 3's, and 2 has a power 5 because there are 5 2's. Let's try to solve quickly this question. If you understand all the concept before, then just pause the video, do your work yourself and check the answer later on. So all the base are same, we write one time. And what do we do with the power? We add the power. So 2 plus 4 gives us 6. How can we simplify? We write the 3's how many times? 6 times. And then you multiply them. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3, 81. Then 81 times 3, 243. And 243 times 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12, 2, 1, 3, 6 and 729. So this is our answer. Now look at this one. Here there are 4 here on the top. The two bases of the 4 are same. Since they are on the top together, so their powers will be multiplied. It means 6 plus. Now this is negative 2, right? Already negative 2. I explained before that don't get upset. You just understand plus times minus gives us minus. So I just solve it together. Now this 4 to the power of 5 is down. So in order, if it is down, so you will use the quotient property. It means change the sign of this power. So you will write minus 5. Now write the base as it is. 6 minus 2, 4 and 4 minus 5, negative 1. Now apply the negative rule. For the negative rule, get rid of this negative one. How? You make a line like this fraction. Change the place of this one, write it down. When it is write down, the sign of this power will be changed. So negative 1 changes into positive 1. And on the top, nothing means 1. Let's try number 12. So in the number 12, first simplify. Look at this. In the below part, power has a power. So we write the 2 as it is. Power has a power. It means 2 times 5 gives us 10. Okay. Now we write the 2 as it is. Okay. Now use the quotient property. It means write the top one as it is and then minus this 10. Why? Because we change the power. We change the sign of the power. Now 5 minus 10. You know 10 minus 5 is 5. But 10 is a bigger number. So it has a negative sign. So you put the negative. Now again negative power. So apply the negative rule. Make a fraction like this, quotient property. Quotient like this. Change the place. So write the 2 down. Now when you are writing the down, the power sign change. It becomes positive 5. On the top, nothing. Nothing means 1. Now solve question number 13 and write in the comment box. According to one crayon manufacturer, the average number of crayons produced in the factories are here. Write the number of crayons as a single power of 10. Okay, what do? All 10 on the top. The powers will be added. So it will be 4 plus 6. Now, till here, what property did you use? You used the product property, right? And the below 10 to the power of 3 as it is. So here you will have 10 to the power of 10 because 4 plus 6 gives you 10 and here 3. Now which property you will use? Something in the numerator, something in the denominator. So you will use now quotient property. So in quotient property, we write the base one time and from write the upper base as it is, then change the sign of the lower base. So minus 3 and 10 minus 3 gives us 7. Write the number of crayons without using power. So 10 power of 7, I told you, you write the 1 and how many zeros you will put? 7 zeros. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so same thing part B. Try to do all the questions here yourself. If you want me to explain anything again, then I am ready to explain you again. So what have we studied? We studied about the product property. In the product property, if the bases are same, powers are different or same, whatever, we write the base one time and we add the power. Second, we studied quotient property, that if the bases are same and anything with the power is written, we write the base one time and we write the upper base as it is and the upper exponent as it is and change the sign of the lower exponent. So 4 minus 2 gives you 2. Now same thing we said that if we get, for example, 2 to the power 8 and here 2 to the power of 10. So use the quotient property. So what we will write? We will write the base one time. Write the upper exponent as it is. Change the sign of the lower exponent and write here. Now we know 8 minus 10 gives us minus 2. So here you will use the negative rule. What do? You change the position of these things. So write the base as it is. Change the power sign. So it will gives you positive 2. On the top nothing left. It means 1 left. Next thing we said, anything with a power 0, it is said to be 1. Always. If I have x power 0, it is 1. I have ab whole power 0, it is 1. Another thing we said that if you have a base with a power and have a whole power, that what you do? You multiply the powers. And 5 times 2 gives you 10. These are the few properties which we have studied. Another thing, last thing what we studied, that if you have the two numbers having some power outside. So this power you write with the first number and with the second number one by one. So 2 has a power 4 and 3 has a power 4. So I hope that the lesson is understood to you. If there is any confusion, rewind the video, see it again until your doubts are cleared, and don't forget to comment on the video, and if you want anything else, just let me know.